Hi and welcome to Kate Space. Thanks for joining me today. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to do another envelope on film, on camera. Now this I will have to give credit to. I saw it on Pinterest because I've been looking for ideas on Pinterest, obviously, because I have to make 100 envelopes. So this one, which was, I think, I don't know what day this one was. Anyway, I saw a pin on Pinterest by Lilian Guerrero. Sorry, I can't pronounce her surname. And it took me to her channel, YouTube channel, where she was making these envelopes out of old junk mail. And she had talked about how she had watched a lot of Bohemian crafters do pockets and things. Anyway, I followed her and made this one. And I think I said the other day on my channel that I used a lot of Paper Daisy journals, digital, for this. One of her wallpaper digitals, really pretty. Yeah, so this time I thought I might make it a little bit grungier. And I just have to try and remember how I did it. I'm not a fan of the lining of these envelopes. Sometimes you can get real cool ones that are quite cool on the inside, but this one isn't. And I'm just thinking about what I'm going to actually line it with. I think maybe just some old book page. If anyone has seen my scrap box, it's quite shameful. Anyway, I'm going to find some paper that I like. I am thinking I want to keep this one quite grungy. Okay, so I'm going to cut across the top here. I'm just going to take a tiny little bit across that so that opens this top bit up. Probably could have done a better job of that. It's quite crappy, but that's okay. Probably would have been better if I'd torn it, actually. In retrospect, I'm just going to open this up and then get my piece of paper that I've just grabbed and see if I like the look of just having something quite plain in there, which I think I do. So I'm just going to use this piece of paper to line my envelope. I just need to make sure goes right to the edge. It does. So I'm just going to cut it. I was thinking maybe I will do this bit first. Right, so we have this bit coming over. That. To about there, I think. So just make your fold across the top and then cut down to it. Cut here. And here. And I'm going to cut down a little bit further because I want a gap between where that folds and where you put something in. So that's folding to there. And I just want a gap here so you can put something in and out of it easier. Right, and then I'm actually going to tear across there and not fold it and not cut it. Hopefully it's relatively straight. Hang on. Yeah. Right, so that's our flap there. Now I want to line the inside. So to make, yeah, so the lining has to be the width of that whole envelope. So I'm going to mark it like this with my pencil. And again, I think I'll tear it. Try and tear it rather than cut it. There we go. And let's see if this will fit in. Ever so slightly too wide. Okay, well, I'm not sure how I'm going to take this tiny amount off. So let's just see how we go. Okay, that might work. It doesn't really matter in here, but up the top, see now, it's not quite wide enough at the top. That's okay, we can maybe do something about that. Okay, how is everybody today? I hope you're all well. Keeping well and doing lots of crafting. Very strange times at the moment. Right, so now we've got that gap there, which I'm not completely thrilled about. So I wonder whether I should have a separate piece on the flap. It's only paper, it doesn't really matter if we do this and then we don't like it. So let's just pop that in there. And then we can perhaps do something with that top flap when we do the collaging. I'll just glue all this down now. So I probably shouldn't have done that because I haven't glued that piece of paper in there. Oh dear. Okay, didn't think that one through, did I? Right, so this is our basic envelope, and now we just need to collage the front and the back. And like I said, I kind of want to do it sort of old and grungy, and I'm thinking maybe old book page and things. So I might have to have a little rummage. I have gone through and collected up some tatty, grungy looking papers. This is actually a digital, not sure what from, but I just remembered I bought these books yesterday. I went to the op shop and they had, because it's been Art Deco weekend here, well, sort of at the end, middle to end of last month, they had all their vintage books out, and I got this one because I love the paper. It's that really cool sort of textured paper. It's got kind of a, yeah, it's got a cool texture to it anyway, and see how they're all just torn. I love that. Can you see how that's all torn and rough? Anyway, it's a cool book. Modern music, and there's a few old cool pictures in here as well. So that's a neat book. I love that one, and I got this one because I'm going to actually take this one apart and make a journal out of it. The Milton Anthology, it says on there, but it's got this beautiful embossing on it, which I love, and I feel okay about it because in actual fact the paper in here is so brittle, you can just as soon as you bend it, it breaks off. So yeah, I mean, I probably will, I love this marbling here too, but I probably will use this paper. In fact, I could probably use some of this now. It's a very old book, 1899. Maybe I'll leave that bit there. There we go. Yeah, so that's quite cool. Right, what are we going to put on the back of here? Really just like that. I'm going to need somewhere to glue, aren't I? And something to glue on. I'm going to try not to get too sort of stressed about how this looks. So I'm just going to the teacher, quite like that. Which side? Kind of like that too. That's right, because we can cover things over. I'll just go with that side. So lots and lots of glue. Try not to make too much of a mess, but ooh, see, doing things like that. Okay. Try and line it up evenly on that side. I like how much, you know, all the old marks and everything on this paper. I probably should have gone a little bit closer to the edge there. If I can lift it, I'm going to push it over a bit. That's right, we can use some ink if we have problems. Almost like that, over like that. Let's just stick that up there and we can deal with it later, but I like all that kind of tatty edge. So I'm just going to leave that like that. It covers the window a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, so that's that side. Just give this a bit of a wipe. Try not to bend that. I think I need to let that dry a bit more before I bend it. Okay, so what about the front? I've got this bit of sort of grotty music, but I love this font here. Quite like that as well. Obviously this has been, I think, in the black bean dye. I wonder if that could go, I wonder what that could look like on the inside. About like that. only paper. And that's the thing, I have all these scraps that I've kept and then I don't make anything with them. And it's kind of like, well, if you make something and you don't like it, you can throw it in the bin, because that's probably where those scraps might have ended up anyway. Because you can't just have them in your room lying around for like ever. Oh, that's thought about that being there. It's not a very good stencil. I've smudged it there, but kind of like it. Not sure about that. Got some of this old book page which I do like. Maybe that could go down here. So again, this is from one of those old books with this cool old paper and torn edge. I'm just going to tear that across there. I'm going to ink underneath because I think there's going to be some gaps. And I don't want the white. It's better. Alright, we could just glue that on there, couldn't we? I just ink here, this piece. And glue that on. Doesn't really matter. Keep telling myself, doesn't really matter. Okay. This is some more of, I think that's the same music. I like that number. Right, what am I going to do with this? I guess I should tear it off, this edge, or I could fold it over. It's obviously got glue on it. I think I'll tear it off if I can. Might end up being a bit not very good. Oh well, we might have to trim that. Looks a bit raggedy, but that's okay. Maybe that's a good thing. Right, now what was I looking at? I was looking at putting some of this music on here, but all I want is a thin strip like that. So I'm just going to fold that over. I kind of like having the bass and the treble clef there. If I can include that. I'm just going to tear it and hopefully it's not going to go all off. Okay, not too worried if some of the window is covered. Right, I'm going to glue that in place. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I hope it's alright. But like I said, with the envelopes and the 100-day project, it's just about doing it. And I just wanted to share some of the parts of it that I'm doing, and they're not always going to be amazing, so I don't know how close to the edge do I want that. I haven't really thought about what I'm going to put in this envelope, but anyway, there we go. Let's just go like that. So we're not going to get our base clef unless we put that like that. Oh, that's quite cool. Maybe I'll do that. I quite like that. Yep. Okay. It's not straight. Is that a problem? No, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. I might use this, our favourite. I wonder if we can use that somehow. I don't know. Okay, so we've got this really old book page here with these cool numbers. That's quite neat, like that. Don't think this will be very difficult to rip. Need to make sure we get it right. I might tear this as well. Man, that's so brittle. It's amazing how some old books, the paper's super brittle, and some of the other books, it's not so much. Do I want that to go right across? Oh, look, that says Catherine. That's my name. Okay, do we want this to go... I'm not sure where I want it to go to. I'm not sure if I want it to go right to the edge, but anyway, I'll tear it there for now. I think I will. I haven't made one of these, well, except for that one I showed you earlier. I haven't made one of these for ages. I know people make amazing flips and pockets and all sorts of things out of these envelopes, and I had collected a whole lot, but I hadn't really used them. I know Carol Laws, she makes heaps of these and puts them in her journals, and she's really clever, good at it. I always feel like mine just don't look quite right, but this one I'm just not worrying about. Okay, so there we go. This needs time to dry. Probably need to actually cut this. Tear this off. Whoops. Okay. Just gonna give that a bit of glue. Since I've decided I'm gonna have that over the edge like that now. Okay, right. Don't like that blue, obviously. Okay, so there's our flap. And then I've got this paper in here, which I don't have to have. I have achieved a very tatty look, that's what I wanted. Okay, what are we going to put on the inside? I kind of quite tempted to use something, one of my ledgers. So I can either use this one here, which is sort of a pink, or I'm wondering whether I might use some of this blue one that was given to me. And I'm so tempted never to use it and to just hoard it, but that's not really gonna be beneficial for anybody. It's not much point. So this was gifted to me by Lynn, my friend Lynn. If you haven't seen that Happy Mail video, I can link that if you would like to watch it. But I kind of like the blue. And I think I might have that date there. So I'm going to go that way. Now I need it the width. I wonder if we need to do it in two pieces. That's what I'm wondering, whether I go there to there. This is from the 1800s, this paper. And I might just go, say down to there. Alright, just tear it. Oh, feels so naughty doing that. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to try and tear this and hopefully it will go where I want it to. Oh, I've got two pieces here. Oh, that makes me feel even worse. Okay, never mind. That's okay. Now I've got lots of bits of it that I can use in some collages without feeling bad because I've already cut it up. Okay. So I want that date there. And yeah, it's not quite covering that blue there because it's got a bit of a tear on it. Let's have a look. There's the other bit. Let's have a look and see if this is better. Squeeze this piece in. This does have a funny smell to it. I guess you would too if you were this old. Am I worried about that? I think I like the other piece better. So I'm going to put the other piece back in. And I'm just not going to worry about that bit there. I could always just go like this. Or I could actually cut it just to maybe give it a little bit of a fold like that. And tear it off because I've got the music paper behind there. Let's try that. And that might not bug me as much. There we go. So there's still some blue there. Oh, so annoying. What happens if I just glue down? I'm just gonna give it a bit of an ink. And we will just put up with it because it's supposed to look super tatty and grungy. So that's that piece. I might glue that in. Hopefully this will go smoothly. Okay, let's try and put this in here. I don't know if this is going to really work because I've got too much glue on it. Yeah, no, I don't think this is going to work for me. Okay, I'll wash my hands. I know everyone's probably sitting there thinking Kate, there's a better way to do that. But I don't know what it is, so I'm going to do it this way and we'll see how we go. Right, here we go. You can kind of squidge things when you're using the glue stick, which is good. If you use the art glitter glue, you don't have much wriggle room. So I'm happy with that. That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Right, let's just get the bone folder thingy and just smooth that down. There we go. And then I'm going to put this piece in here, I think. But this doesn't need to be as wide, so this will be easier. Just sneak a little bit off there. Yeah, I do like that though. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I reckon I can get it in there. I reckon I can do that. Just love all that scrawly writing. I'm sure if I wrote like that, I would think it was ugly, but because it's something old and from the olden days, I think it's really cool. Right, so we're going to try and pop this in. I'm going to push this right in there. Hopefully it'll sit flat. Yep. I'm just going to press that down with my... There we go. Cool. All right. So a lot of sort of tatty, vintagey old paper. The back's a bit plainer, and I think I might put like a, I don't know, I might do a big fussy cut rose or something on the back of there, just, you know, for a change. It is one of my favourite things, flowers, botanicals and fussy cuts and things, so oh well. Or I could just stick to the real sort of grungy look, but I feel like it needs something on the back. Not quite sure what. I have a whole lot of book pages here which I did some texture paste stenciling on, which I really like, and I'm wondering whether we could tear one off or whether I should just do some stenciling on here. Could do that, couldn't we? That would be quite cool. Yeah, could do some stenciling. We could. Might do that. Okay, I'll turn the camera off and I'm going to give this one a go. It's not my best stencil because it lifts, so it's going to be risky. But I thought I'd give it a go, and if it's not that great we might just have to scrape it off. I think that's what I want to do. Or do you want it coming from below like that? We could do a little border. Should we just do a little border down like that and see how that goes? Okay, wish me luck, because this is not a very good stencil. I can see I've already stuffed it up over there. So I'm not sure about this. Okay. Oh dear. I'm not happy, and I haven't even lifted it up yet. It's not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. Just need to scrape this bit here off if I can. Okay. Oh yep, that's not too bad. Right, so I'm not sure about an image on there. I kind of do want an image on there, but I don't want anything too pretty, so I'll have to think about that. And here on the front, I know I want to curve those, so I'm just going to pop that into my corner rounder and hope that it doesn't munch it. And I might add a bit of ink. Ooh, just my light tea dye one. Just there's some white edges still around the place. I think I'm going to put the thing on, the thingy-mabob. And I want to use one of these old ones that I found. I must have found this when I was out op shopping, so I am gonna maybe just measure it approximately the center, because that's how I roll. And where do we want it? Maybe there, do you think? Where did I put my other one? How close to the edge? Yeah, about there. Okay, I'm going to make a hole through here. These are really long ones. I've got really long legs, or whatever you call them. But, oh well, too bad. That's just the way it is. And then I'll just spread these. Ooh. I don't really want to bend. There you go. Yep. Cool. Kind of like how that looks. Little brass button. Okay, and then some string, and I think I bought some string today. I bought this hemp cord. So I want to use this one. I really like the look of this one. If I can find an end. Oh, that looks promising. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm going to tie that around. I'm actually liking, I think I'm liking this. I'm just haven't decided what else it needs. There you go. I only really want to wrap it around once. I'm not too fussed. So we've got that writing, but then we're going to have something in here. I think it needs something else. My camera went flat. My camera battery, well, my phone battery. So I'm just picking up, I think that we had just attached the string. And I was umming and ahhing about what decoration I wanted. So while it was charging, I got myself a little bit more organised. I have this really ancient old botanical book, which I love, and I was going to do some scanning, and you know, as you do, but I haven't. It's really brittle. Again, it's a very brittle book from the 1800s, late 1800s, but it's got these gorgeous illustrations in it. So I thought maybe I would just do this little collage here. I'm undecided about inking, but I have inked the other things, so I think I'll give it a bit of a light ink. I don't know whether I'm going to end up liking this or not, but it's kind of old and grungy. I've got some brown paper behind there, so I'm just going to glue that down, and I might even put, I'm wondering about putting a couple of staples in there, but they would look better if they were rusty. I've got a little rusty pin. What about a little rusty pin? A bit rusty. Let's see what happens when we put this through. It might actually... just rip the paper, actually. Might not work. Yeah, it's just gonna rip, I think. Oh well, it's in now. Okay, well, I'm going to glue this very fragile piece down. And then glue this bit down. I don't know, it looks alright, I think. It's quite different from the other one, which is good. Oops. And I've left the back like that for now. I don't know whether that will end up with something on it, but anyway, that's this is number 26. I thought, oh, I'll do 25 that are different, well, pretty different, and then after I've done a quarter of my project, I can start repeating them. So there we go, there's number 26, and that was based on the same one as this was. So they're the same but different. I hope you like that. I'm going to have to edit that down because there was a bit of faffing, so I will edit it so it's not so long. But I do hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for all your lovely comments and support of the project, and I hope you are joining in, and I will see you again soon in the next video. Bye.